Wood is thrown in piece by piece. The fire blasts into every available space and shoots out with force. The melted glaze gives each tea bowl a creamy sheen. Several days later, the tea bowls removed from the cooled kiln boast clean white coats. The final product is a combination of beauty and strength, created with flames of passion. It is the birth of the Onihagi Ware tea bowl. The Onihagi Ware tea bowl is a white glazed tea bowl characterized by a large cross cut at its foot. Jusetsu's white glaze gives the bowl a warm yet strong presence. Developed together with his elder brother, the late Kyusetsu X, the glaze was named Kyusetsu-jiro. While the Onihagi technique had existed for many years, Jusetsu, keen on finding his own unique form of expression, altered the process to suit his vision. The result, blending a distinctly rough feel with a look that offers a sharp contrast between the heavily applied Mishima clay and the thick white glaze, gives Jusetsu's Onihagi a unique combination of strength and dignity, yet simultaneously denotes a delicately beautiful impression. Hagi City, Yamaguchi Prefecture. The Miwa Kiln is located at the foot of Jo Nakoshi Mountain in the east section of the former castle town. The first Kyusetsu was designated as potter to the Hagi clan in 1663. Judging by their many surviving works, it is clear that these legendary potters who went on to inherit the Miwa Kiln were exceptional artists of overwhelming skill. Miwa Jusetsu, born Sadao Miwa in 1910, is the third son of Setsudo, a ninth-generation master of the Miwa Kiln. Jusetsu began his career at age 17, studying under his elder brother, who had taken the name Kyusetsu X. After a long apprenticeship, Jusetsu became independent at the age of 45, adopting the moniker Q. In 1967, Kyusetsu X retired, adopting the name Kyuwa, and handed control of the Miwa Kiln over to his brother, who succeeded him under the name of Kyusetsu XI. In 1983, Jusetsu's body of work won him the prestigious title of Living National Treasure.
そういった芸を技っていうのはやっぱし自分が作り出すべきもんでの人の技をの真似るとかのそういった心構えじゃのこれとものになるもんじゃないしの。
This is how the distinctively unique Onihagi Ware tea bowl was born. The Onihagi tea bowl is made from a clay, which is a mixture of Daido, Mitake, and Mishima clays, with coarse sand blended in. The clay is shaped on a wheel, But as the coarse clay is not very malleable, trying to form a shape with it is delicate work.
ああいうふうに作る途中での絶白も途中で崩れることで焼いてダメになるまた本焼きにしてダメになるというこれで一釜の作品を入れても本当に取れる数っていうのはごくわずか、何十に一つしか。
Making each bowl is a constant battle between Jusetsu's vision and the limitations of his materials. After drying the bowls over a number of days, the foot rims are trimmed. To bring out the full character of the clay, the artist tries to limit his work on the feet of the pottery to a bare minimum. Jusetsu's foot rims are mostly formed by wheel throwing. After this, all that is needed is a final manual touch-up. This black glaze is what is referred to as Kyusetsu Jiro. Thick coatings of the glaze are applied to the bisque-fired bowl, enveloping the coarse clay. This kiln, known as a Nobori-gama or climbing kiln, was built in the Meiji era. It consists of 5 dome-shaped chambers or fukuro, which are connected to each other on a slope. The front chamber, the firebox, is called okuchi. The next chamber is called the haikama. The upper chambers are referred to as chamber number 2 and chamber number 3. The bowls are loaded into this chamber. Positioning the bowls is a crucial step, as each of them will turn out differently, depending on how the fire hits them. Using his years of experience, Jusetsu envisions an image of each bowl before meticulously positioning them in the chamber. At 6 a.m., as the sun rises, the kiln firing begins. After the kiln is purified with salt, fire is set to the firebox. As if praying to God, Jusetsu stares at the flame for hours on end. In order to remove all moisture from the kiln, the fire is built up slowly. than 10 hours after beginning the process, the temperature within the kiln starts to rise. Now the semetaki rapid firing process begins, and the temperature of the kiln rises rapidly. A steady supply of firewood is thrown into the firebox. As if it has come to life, the kiln starts breathing. Jusetsu checks the firebox closely. He needs to keep a close watch to calculate when to switch to the next chamber. When the temperature within the ash kiln exceeds 1000 degrees centigrade, fire starts spouting from every hole in the kiln. Now, the crucial task of adding the finishing touches to the firing begins. The stoke hole of the ash kiln is opened, and the final stage of firing begins. In a process known as iromi, a small test piece from the kiln is removed to determine whether the bowls are ready or not. When this is complete, the firing proceeds up to the remaining chambers. The entire process is complete at 8:40 a.m. the following day.
総医療と100医療というの、それが何パーセント皆さんにお目にかけられる作品が出てくるかということは予定が全然立たんからね。大殿を作って最後は祈る、神に任せる、自然に任せる以外にこうはね。
After all of the chambers have been sealed shut, the kiln cools down over the next several days.
もう聞いてもらえればこの上にないけどな。まあしかし仮に、使っておられんにしてはまた使いづらいにしてもじゃの。眺めてもらうだけで鑑賞だけでじゃの。十分用を果たしておると思うからの。現在のこの半沢で険しい時間にはゆっくり手に取って、楽しむっていうような時間がないから、どっか部屋の一部分でも終えてじゃの、仕事の忙しい間にちょっと眺めちょっと手にして、そうして今言うたようなじゃの、迫力をの感じてもらうや、それで十分用は足しておるはずじゃと思うから。 私のいわゆるライフワークと申しますが、それは鬼ほぎの広大ではんですよ。まあいくわけがこれからまあなお要請があるとすればじゃの引き続きじゃのそれを突き詰めていきたいという、そういうふうに考えたんですけど。